Hey, okay, today is day 4. We're on the 4th principle. I think I've said this before, but it doesn't matter what order they're in. They're just kind of a hodgepodge of little practices or principles that I live by. And I'm just sharing them. So number 4 is called taking care of your future self. Sometimes I say that this is my favorite one, and I think it's sometimes a majority of people's favorite. Taking care of your future self is actually mostly just a reframe. You might actually add some new practices that you didn't do before, but mostly it's a reframe of things that you already do. So let's say it's both. For example, one thing that I do to take care of my future self is I love to pick out my clothes at night for my future self in the morning, who's going to wake up and be so excited to not have to pick up clothes when she's cold and tired and feeling kind of rushed because she hit snooze. So at night, I very consciously choose clothes for my future self. And I know that my future self will so appreciate my past self for doing that. Another thing I like to do, this is another morning thing, but at night I fill up my tea kettle for the exact amount of water that I'm going to want in the morning. So all I need to do in the morning is come and click that thing on, and then hot water just the right amount. Another thing could be something along the lines of washing dishes. So that's more of a chore that I think of. It's something that I already do. I think of as a chore, but if I think of it as a chore, then it's something that I have to do. It's like work, it's like drudgery, it's like, ugh, washing the dishes. But when I think of it as later, I'm going to be so happy when I walk into my kitchen and all the dishes are washed. Everything is clean, and I'm just going to be so happy. I know myself well enough to know how my future self will react when there's no dishes to do. Or vice versa, how my future self would feel if she walked in and the sink was full of dishes. So I take care of my future self that way. So it's great to think of all the things that you do that you might currently think of as chores, laundry or housework or homework or anything that feels like work, and then just consider, how am I taking care of my future self when I do that? And then also just to really celebrate the things that you do as an act of taking care of your future self. Like one thing would be to make a big pot of soup for yourself for the week. Then you're really taking care of your future self. Or gardening, you're really taking care of your future self. Doing a home improvement. Getting an education. So that's it for today. Number 4, taking care of your future self. Either a reframe or actually implementing some new habits or new practices that consciously take care of your future self and develop a relationship between past self and future self. Just a lovely thing to do.